In the heart of England's Peak District lies a picturesque village. Eyam stone cottages with blooming gardens line the quiet streets. It looks like a postcard from a forgotten time. But beneath this tranquil surface lies a chilling story of unimaginable sacrifice. A tale so dark it has echoed through centuries. This is the story of the Plague Village. Our story begins in the summer of 1665. A tailor named George Vickers received a bale of damp cloth from London. He hung it by the fire to dry, unknowingly releasing a deadly stowaway, fleas carrying the bubonic plague. Within a week, Vickers was dead, his body covered in the terrifying black sores that gave the disease its name, the Black Death. Panic quickly spread like wildfire. One by one, villagers fell ill, their agonizing cries filling the air. The initial instinct was to flee, to escape the invisible monster stalking their homes. But to men, the village rector, William Mompesson, and his predecessor, Thomas Stanley, made a decision that would seal Eyam's fate and etch its name into history forever. They convinced the villagers to do the unthinkable, to quarantine themselves, to lock themselves in, knowing it was a death sentence for many, to save the surrounding towns and cities from the pestilence. Imagine the sheer terror. The villagers agreed. They drew a boundary of stones around Eyam, a circle of death that no one was to cross. Families were torn apart. Loved ones were forbidden from attending funerals. Her mother, Elizabeth Hancock, buried her husband and 6 children with her own hands in a field just outside the village, their graves still visible today. She watched from a distance as they were interred, unable to get close, her heart breaking with each spadeful of earth. Food and supplies were left for them at the boundary stones, where money, soaked in vinegar to disinfect it, was left in exchange. Inside the quarantine, life became a living nightmare. People conducted church services in the open air to keep their distance, their voices carrying across a valley now known as Cooklet Delph. Mompesson himself, a beacon of strength for his flock, lost his own wife, Catherine. She refused to send their children away without him, but finally relented. She stayed by his side, only to succumb to the plague herself. Her tomb stands in the churchyard, a lonely monument to a love lost to duty. For 14 long months, the village of Eyam suffered in isolation. The plague raged, claiming an estimated 260 lives out of a population of around 800. It was a horrific price to pay, but their sacrifice worked. The plague was contained. It did not spread beyond the stone circle. The villagers of Eyam, through an act of incredible courage and selflessness, had saved countless lives in the surrounding region. When the plague finally subsided in November 1666, the surviving villagers emerged from their self-imposed prison. Their world was shattered, their families decimated, but their spirit was unbroken. Today, Eyam stands as a quiet tribute to this extraordinary act of human bravery. The plague cottages, the boundary stone, the lonely graves, they are all still there, silent witnesses to a time when ordinary people made an extraordinary choice. They chose community over self-preservation, sacrifice over survival, and in doing so, they left a legacy that reminds us of the incredible strength and compassion humanity is capable of, even in the darkest of times. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as moving as I did, please like this video and subscribe for more hidden histories. See you next time.